Do you love awesome renovations? Well, you're gonna love this tour that we're gonna do midway progress at the McGrath Full Home Renovation located in the Edmonton area. Let's walk through it, check it out. So we're down here in the basement of the McGrath Full Home Renovation, and behind me we have this massive wet bar. So the clients originally did want a kitchen, but the situation with a kitchen in a basement is it automatically flags a legal suite. So what makes it a kitchen versus a wet bar? Well, that is the stove or the oven. So you can't have a stove or an oven in a basement without creating a legal suite. And in order to do a secondary legal suite in the basement, there is a lot of extra things that have to be added and a lot of extra costs. So clients didn't really necessarily need the stove, but they didn't want a regular size fridge. They did want the dishwasher, and they did want all the creature comforts of a kitchen, including storage. So if you look at that, what a beautiful wet bar, massive wet bar, huge counters going to go across. And then we do have some of the appliances already moved down here. So it's always a good idea to have the appliance supplier actually deliver the appliances, or find a really good delivery company. Don't move appliances into your house yourself. It's not worth it. So just for example, this fridge and dishwasher was very, very easy for our delivery drivers to bring down into the basement. But if you got your buddies together and you wanted to move this fridge downstairs, you're probably gonna ding it, you're probably gonna dent it, and it's gonna be a pain. You might blow your back out. It's not worth the delivery charge. So, you know, it's super cheap to get the guys to do it. So, you know, think about that with anything that you are gonna do yourself. Is it worth the money, time, and injury to do it yourself? Probably not. And that brings us to this full renovation. We do have awesome cork flooring installed. So anytime you're looking for an upgraded flooring and you don't want to go necessarily with vinyl plank, choose cork. The reason why cork is really nice, it has a soft feeling to the feet versus vinyl plank. Vinyl plank is a little bit more hard and rigid. And in case you people didn't realize, but vinyl plank is actually plastic, right? So whereas cork is just a little bit higher end, though it does require a little bit more maintenance. Cork is not going to be great for people who have dogs and kids who are going to rip it apart and all that kind of stuff. But it does feel amazing on the feet. And as I walk through, there is a substantial difference between cork and vinyl. And again, that's that softness and that plushness that you feel. Ripping on through here, this is going to be the gym. So client is going to have a gym in here and get that all set up. And then as well, we did put a super custom boiler system in here for the in-floor heating. So there is hot water in-floor heating throughout the entire basement through the concrete slab. And we did upgrade the boiler system for our client, and that was just the icing on the cake. So this whole area in here is going to act as an office for a client. So an office, kind of a meeting room and all this kind of stuff. They'll have the wet bar, and it'll be a perfect entertaining area. Also outside, got the full landscaping done. Super nice landscaping out there. 2 pocket doors, so you can close up this space here, and you can separate it from the living space. So what are we doing right here in the living space here? We're gonna have some porcelain slabs going up here, custom mitered into the fireplace. And then we'll have that kind of that porcelain granite slab up above. And this is going to be a super custom fireplace. So a lot of work with this. Just requires a lot of time and effort and energy to really knock that out of the park and make that perfect. And as we run through, you know, the whole house has been painted, all new flooring. We've done floor leveling. We've done electrical modifications. We've done a lot of framing modifications. So this room specifically used to run right through into the walk-in closet, and then it used to go into the bathroom, right? So we got rid of that wall. We actually moved the wall back, and we added an amazing ensuite, which I'll show you here right away. So coming in through here, this is a walk-in closet. So like I said before, we had no idea what the room was used for. It wasn't actually attached to the other bedroom. You would walk in through underneath the stairs, and then there was an access through this way into the mechanical room. So we've totally reorganized this bedroom space down here because the client wanted a huge walk-in closet. This thing's going to be massive. And then when we come in through here, we can see some of the most exceptional tile work that you've ever seen in here. So we have an amazing design, amazing layout, and just a ton of work in the shower in here. So yeah, it's a full wet room, so full waterproof ceiling, walls, floor, and all that kind of stuff. And then we do have this custom bathtub in here. So not a cheap bathtub. And you know, some people might say, well, why aren't you protecting the tub and all this kind of stuff? Don't worry. We've done this so many times. The chances that we're gonna have a scratch or whatever is very, very rare and very slim. And if we do, it's very cheap to fix it, so it's not a big deal. If you put tub protector down or like cardboard on top, the chances something gets in between and rubs and scratches is highly likely. So back here in this room, we do have just some setup here. So anytime you do have tile work taking place inside a house, understand that is a lot of work. It is a little bit messy, but it is a part of the process, and it is part of the artistic process of high quality tile work, right? And this stuff is gonna be exceptional because we got the best. And when you hire us for your renovations, you're gonna get the best as well. So let's go upstairs and check it out. We've got Colton, we've got Bryce, some of the most important guys on the priority builders team here, and Bryce is laughing like he normally does. So these guys are just doing the thing here, site supervision and making sure everything is going the right way. And Bryce is just pulling my leg as usual. That's what he does. Keeps thinking I'm making short jokes about him all the time here. Anyway, this is gonna be the powder room in here, and amazing. So floating vanity, we'll have a vessel style sink. Faucet's actually gonna come up here. We're gonna have a granite slab going up above, and just a really sweet bathroom. Super custom high end. This is another area that we totally reframed and redid. So the way that this was all positioned before, it was more of a kind of a closet on the side, and the powder room was actually back into the pantry. So I'll show you. And you can do these things. If you want to renovate, you can really do whatever you want. Obviously, money is not unlimited for people, but if you have an idea and you find a house, there is unlimited things that we can do to that house and make it perfect for you, right? So this is the pantry. So you got cabinets, floor to ceiling, and then this is just gonna act as some shelving and stuff like that. And then as we walk through, we can come on through this way, and we've got the deck. So Bryce is doing a little bit of demo on the deck and some inspection. So we did have the Dura deck, which is a liner that kind of protects the deck surface removed. The reason why we're removing that is we're gonna upgrade this deck. We're gonna get rid of these stucco pillars. Look at this. That's what I call custom. Not very safe. Not very safe with the railing. We're gonna rip it all out, redo it all, replace a couple of the rotten posts below, and these are just normal things that we take care of when we take on your renovation. And I should rephrase that, when we take on your renovation, if you want to add things to the scope, we can definitely do that. I mean, you might as well, when we're here, it's going to be more cost effective and definitely a good option. So yeah, our guys are also going to take care of the space, get a little bit cleaned up and all that. We've had carpentry in here, we've had tile setters in here, we have deliveries in here, and a whole bunch of other stuff in here. And sometimes with construction sites, things just get a little bit messy. It's just a part of it. I mean, you can't make things great without making a little bit of a mess, right? But we always clean up and we always take care of your house like it's ours. But walking in through here, this is the laundry. So washer, dryer, we've got all the cabinetry and everything. So awesome laundry room. Like, look at this space. This is gonna be stunning. We got the countertops in there. And then we got a whole bunch of shelves here. The reason why we got a whole bunch of shelves is clients are wanting shoes. So essentially they want to have shoes all the way kind of floor to ceiling there, and they have a bench and then a couple more shelves. And then also in here, you don't really necessarily need to rip over here, but they do have the closets with the rods and everything like that. So maybe come over here. So yeah, yeah, just somewhere to hang the clothes and do all that kind of stuff. So of course all that's going to be painted. That'll all go in place and take care of all that. So huge job, lots going on. In here we do have the ensuite, and you know, the cool thing about this house is you have the basement, which is like, you got your primary suite, and you've got an ensuite, and you got kind of a kitchenette, and then on the main floor you've got a kitchen, you've got a primary suite, and then you also have an ensuite. So like 2 primary bedrooms in the house and 2 primary en-suites as well, all custom and different. The reason for that is we have 2 separate clients who want 2 separate spaces, and you can do that when you renovate. Some people say, well, what about the resale value? Well, screw the resale value. I mean, at the end of the day, somebody who's going to buy this house in the future is going to love that. Maybe they have a kid or some kids that are going to live in the basement. They're going to freaking love that space, right? Or, you know, who knows? So there's always going to be a buyer. So don't really always worry about, well, is that do what you want to do. Life is short. Enjoy your space. If you're going to renovate and live there for 10 years, just freaking enjoy it. Every time we do a custom shower, full Curdy waterproofing system, we're going to have tile on the ceiling there, and we're going to have tile wrapping around all the way around the tub. Over here, this will be custom closet shelving, just like in the basement. In that huge walk-in closet, we're going to have a whole bunch of custom shelving, and in here as well. So this is actually going to be California closets, which, to be honest, California closets is expensive. Sometimes we can do the custom and build it ourselves for a little bit less. But if people want that, we can do that. Uh-oh, we got Bryce back. We better get to work. And anyway, that is the McGrath full home renovation. Looks amazing. Our team is doing an absolutely amazing job. Clients are super happy with the progress, with the quality and where things are going. And I don't know about you, but after the renovation, clients are definitely going to give it the thumbs up.